Hello. Have you ever read this book? Yeah, me too. It's a pretty good book, and there were a lot of things that happened in it. There was murder, lying, deceit, poor people, and today we're going to be talking about one of those things. And no, it's not murder, unfortunately. It is, in fact, lying. And, lying can be very bad or very bad. And I'll be telling you why. And I'll be telling you why lying can break apart a friendship, and how truths can actually create an unbreakable bond between multiple people. So, as I mentioned before, I said truths can create really good relationships, which can be seen in Of Mice and Men by John Steinbeck. Now, a part where I saw this is in the second chapter where George and Lenny first arrive on the ranch. And here's an example right here. Hey, I'm the owner of this establishment, and I just want to know, why were you guys late? You were meant to be here yesterday. Oh, well, you see, the bus driver who took us here, he just didn't take us the whole trip, so we had to walk like 10 miles. It was miserable. And obviously, we couldn't make it there in one day, so we had to spend the night on the road. Oh, alright. That makes sense then. Wow, did you catch that? Hold on. If we look back, we can see that George is obviously telling the truth here. This is because in chapter 1, they had to spend the night at a creek instead of making it all the way to the ranch the day they should have been there. Now, why did he do this? My guess is because he wanted to create a better relationship with the owner of the ranch so that he could be on good terms with him going forward in the future. If you're not convinced yet, I have another example, which can be seen in the chapter just after, when George opens up to Slim about why him and Lenny went to the ranch instead of keeping their old job. Hey, I'm Slim, and I'm wondering, why did you and Lenny go to this ranch instead of working at the other one? You got any aces? No, I don't have any aces. Sorry. Go fish. But, let me tell you why. It's because, he likes to touch soft things, and, the wife of the old ranch owner, she wore a nice soft and velvet dress. She was beautiful, quite frankly. But, when Lenny touches something, he just can't stop holding it. And that's where our problem started. Now, hold on. That's crazy. George just told Slim basically his whole life story on just the same day they met. Why would he do this? I believe it's because George trusts Slim enough to tell him his story, and by him saying that and telling the truth about why they left their old job creates a friendship that lasts for the majority of the story, if not the whole story. Unfortunately, the truths don't last long, and of course, when talking about truths, we have to talk about lies. Now, a point where lying can be seen is when George leaves to go to town and doesn't tell Lenny about how he's spending money at a non-Christian place. It's not good. Instead of saving it for the American dream. Hey, I'm Crooks, and I got a hypothetical for you, Lenny. What if George left you and he never came back? That's crazy, but what if I told you he's in town right now, spending his money on himself and not for you and him as a group? No, he would never leave me like that. I trust him enough to always be by my side and not leave me. Do you really think he would be doing that? That's so sad. Mainly because it signals the beginning of the end for the relationship of George and Lenny. Now, back on the more positive side of things, some other truths can be seen throughout the back half of the story. One of which being Curly's wife opening up to Lenny about her past before she inevitably dies. Oh my gosh, Lenny, is that you? What are you doing in here? I killed my dog. Wow, that's a shame. But sit and talk with me for a while. Here's something that I've never told anyone else before in my life. I didn't want to marry Curly. You know, he's all right, but you know, he's just okay. And as we all know, just okay is not okay. Wow, that's crazy. For someone who didn't know she was about to die, I'm surprised she would open up to her killer so much. This just goes to show that she trusted Lenny enough to share her best kept secrets. And now finally, in the last chapter, on the last page, there is one blatant and obvious lie that ends up getting Lenny killed. When am I gonna get to tend the rabbits, George? Soon, Lenny. Very soon. Wow, that's heartbreaking. And it signals the end of an era in terms of a relationship. Now, do all lies lead to something as bad as death? No, I don't think so. But it can end up creating bad things and harm to other people.